Hi, this is Dan Nash, and on today's episode of Backpackers Review, we're going to talk about the new Mountainsmith Morrison 3-season 2-person tent. And then after that, we're going to discuss the Spot Messenger emergency beacon system. They can provide you a real sense of security in the outdoors. As you know, Mountainsmith has been in the backpacking world for several years making backpacks, but now they're expanding into the tent market. So today we're going to discuss the Mountainsmith 3-season 2-person tent. It's an easy little backpacking tent, it's easy to set up, and we're going to go ahead and set it up now. Just do not judge me on my location. This is for demonstration purposes only. As you can see, this tent was really easy to set up. I set it up in around 3 minutes, very easily. The design of the tent itself comes with a crisscross pole system, and the clips actually just clip from the tent right into the poles. So you simply just clip them on. It's very easy to do. It's a freestanding tent, so you can obviously set it up on any kind of terrain, whether it's a rock ledge or hard pan, or in this case, we set it up all along this creek in the rock. Some of the other features about the Mountainsmith tent, and one of my favorite features are the doors. You've got these two big D-shaped doors on either side. They're easy to get in and out of. And at 6'2", I really enjoy the headroom inside here. I can sit up in this tent, I can change my clothes, I can do whatever, and I've got 3 or 4 inches of headroom above me. If I want a little bit of privacy to change my clothes, I can simply zip up the inside of this on both sides, give myself a little extra privacy to change clothes or do whatever I want to do. Or I can unzip it and I can let the air come flowing through here and I can see outside, plus I can exit in and out on either side. Some of the other features about the tent is the gear loft on the inside, which provides extra storage for the top. Many tents nowadays do not come with an included gear loft. That's usually an add-on feature or an optional feature, so that's really nice to have. Save yourself some money there. And then in the corners, there's actually 3 big pockets in the corners of these tents, and provide all kinds of extra storage for things from a water bottle to a headlamp to whatever you want to store in there. So it's an excellent storage tent as well. But to me, the biggest plus of this tent, the Mountainsmith Morrison tent, is the fact that it's $189. I don't know of any other tent out there that has all these features that provides you with the ease of setup for $189. Most tents are at least twice that much. So if you're in for a value budget tent, this is definitely one I would look at. Originally, the Spot Messenger beacons were created with personal safety in mind, and that's still the case today. As a professional mountain guide, with the safety of my clients being paramount, I still carry these things around the world. If you do get in any kind of emergency situation, all you have to do is simply hit the 911 button. They'll send an emergency beacon to rescue personnel in that particular area that can come out and find you and hopefully get you to safety. But with some other new features that Spot has created, this little device has really evolved. For example, you can put in up to 10 phone numbers or email addresses and send the okay messages to your friends and family, letting them know that you're okay, put a predetermined message in there, hey, I'm in South America, hey, I'm in Nepal, everything's great. And they can even click on that little link and they can follow you on Google Maps and track your progress. You can even send a message to your Facebook page with these things. How cool is that? So for me, these are a really cool feature with lots of little options. Again, the price of these things is about $100. The service runs from $100 to $150 depending upon what kind of features you want with that service. But if you're in the outdoors, spend a lot of time, especially if you do things by yourself, I would definitely recommend at least looking at some of these beacons, and the Spot Messenger is definitely one that I would consider. As a guide, whether it's in the mountains or on the trail, one of the things that I see people doing is packing their packing correctly, which can lead to them not being comfortable, not being able to have room to pack all the appropriate things that they need, and things of that nature. So one of the things that we want to do today is show you the quick and easy way to pack your pack correctly. So we're going to take all this stuff out of here. And we're going to show you how we like to do it. First thing I like to do is I like to take my larger items and put them at the bottom. For example, my sleeping bag, my tent, things of that nature. So whether it's a tent or a sleeping bag, whatever you want to put at the bottom, I like to put it horizontally in the pack and shove it all the way down to the very, very bottom. Fill in all these corners down here, shove it all the way down in here. And then start with some of your next bigger things. Whether it's a stove or your sleeping pad. A lot of times I'll put my pad and maybe my stove and things vertically on top of the horizontal that I've put at the bottom, which is the sleeping bag or the tent. And then once I get those things in there, then I start working with the clothes. And with the clothes, the biggest thing that I see people do is packing clothes incorrectly, and it takes up all their space. So you don't want to fold them. Don't be folding all your clothes, worried about wrinkles. Just start grabbing one end of the clothing, like a jacket or whatever, and just start shoving it. And when you get it in here, you want to start shoving it, and you want to start filling in all these little corners and all these little crevices that don't have anything in them. It's going to give you lots of space, allow you to put all kinds of things in here. So you fill up all these corners and all these crevices with all these clothes. And when you're thinking about packing your clothes, definitely think about putting the things in at the bottom that you're not going to need until later that night, like maybe gloves or a hat or extra socks or base layers, like long base layers underneath your pants, things of that nature, things you're not going to need. Things like a rain jacket or things like that, you're going to want to put them in the top or maybe put them in an outside compartment. And then obviously in the lid, you're going to want to put things that you have easy access to, like maybe snacks, toilet paper, first aid kit, things of that nature that you're going to want quick and easy access to. So give these things a try. I think you'll find that you'll be able to get a lot more stuff in your pack, and it'll be a lot more comfortable for you to carry too.